What's up, guys? I'm Josh Mosiman. Welcome to This Week in MXA, episode number 173, presented by O'Neill Racing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Always busy in the motocross action wrecking crew. We never slow down around here. Busy testing new parts, new bikes, and racing as well. This past weekend, I went to Arizona, got some fun clips from the Faircross race over there, talking to a bunch of heavy hitters that showed up for that race. Also got some other cool interviews in this video, but first, we got some epic forks that I got to talk to you guys about right now. These are the Dal Soggio FSR48 spring forks. Now these are complete forks coming from Dal Soggio. Dal Soggio is an Italian manufacturer of suspension, and they're brought into the USA by Intec. Intec USA is the distributor for Dal Soggio, also for Mr. Wolf Moose Balls, SKF Seals, and a couple other brands that you guys might know. But Dal Soggio, these are Italian forks, and we've actually been riding with these forks for almost a full year now. We did a product test in Motocross Action Magazine. You guys have probably seen them on our bikes at some of the races and in between at tests and different stuff like that. They've been on our KTMs, our gases, our Husqvarnas. We've raced them at World Vet, two strokes, all kinds of stuff with these Dal Soggio forks. So now we've put the time in on them over this last year, and now it's time we give you guys a little bit of love on these Dal Soggio forks on our YouTube channel. These are complete forks, $4,000 retailing for these entire fork set right here, and it's a spring fork to replace the WP Exact air fork that comes stock on KTM, Husky, and Gas. Now, Motocross Action, we actually like the air forks quite a bit. You get about a 3-pound weight saving on the front end. I appreciate that light, nimble feel that the air forks give off, but it can be a pain to check your air pressure throughout the day of racing. I check it before every moto. If I'm racing 2 classes, that's a lot of times to check your air pressure throughout the day. You also got to keep an eye on it. If it's a hot day, the air pressure will rise in your forks, so a lot more maintenance, and a lot of guys don't want to do that. They prefer spring forks for less maintenance. A lot of guys also prefer the extra plushness that comes at the top of the fork on the Dal Soggios. These FSR48s, like I said, $4,000 is a lot of money to spend on it, but you are getting a complete fork with all of the high quality coatings. You get the high quality and billet lugs at the bottom down here, and of course they're black. Ever since I was like maybe 9 years old, I always wanted to have black forks on my KTM 65, so it's cool to have black forks nowadays. Of course, if you do want to save a little bit of money, you can go with the Sphere hydraulic cartridge kit drop-in kit. It's a spring fork conversion for your WP air forks. That is about $1,500, so a much more affordable price. You're getting about 90% of the performance of these forks, but you do have to pay a pretty penny to get all the way up 100% of the performance. So before I let you guys go on the Dal Soggio forks, I have to explain a little bit about how they work. These forks were passed around the MXA wrecking crew for this last year, and I cannot believe how many of our test riders liked them. I didn't find one test rider to come up with complaints about the Dal Soggio FSR spring forks. Now, the stock WP forks, a lot of our test riders actually like them quite a bit, but these things, the base setting that Dal Soggio hooked us up with, we did not make any spring rate changes, any oil height changes. We just serviced the forks, put new seals in, and kept riding with them. As you can see, we got a little bit of ding marks on here from getting roosted so much at the races, but the one impressive thing is that novice level riders, Josh Hawley, intermediate vet riders, Josh Fout, pro rider, Josh Mosiman, Dennis Stapleton, even Jace from Gypsy Tales, he spent a day on these with us. He loved them.
Yeah, the forks are definitely a big improvement over stock. I definitely like the feeling of the spring fork more. Yeah. I definitely felt good on that bike pretty much straight away, and that fork is 100% improvement over stock for sure.
Full MXA test rider today.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on my orange helmet.
It takes a little time. You gotta earn it.
Yeah. You'll see me Tuesdays, Thursdays, just grinding out here, just ripping knobbies off, you know.
I like it.
Randall, Mark, even Connor, I think rode him as well. So all of our test riders, or at least most of our test riders, spent time on these Dal Soggio forks, and I'm really impressed that this one setting worked so well for all of our guys on 250 KTMs, gases, our 350, and even our factory edition models at Glen Helen. So pretty impressed. Now we're just crossing our fingers that Dal Soggio never asked for these back. Next up, Supercross this weekend. Foxborough is coming back and is round 13 of the Monster Energy Supercross series. First weekend back after a 1 weekend break. Adam Cianciarulo announced his retirement this past week. He's going to be retiring at the end of the 2024 season. That's a bittersweet moment for me. I grew up racing against Adam since we're the same exact age. Went to all the Red Nationals, Mini O's, Lake Whitney, Oak Hill, World Minis, all these races. I grew up racing against Adam Cianciarulo. He was always quite a bit faster than me, but it was just an honor to race against him, and now be able to interview him and kind of become a friend from a far distance. So Adam Cianciarulo, we're proud of you and excited for what's next and his chapter. Kind of sad to see him go early due to injury, but also happy that he's making the decision on his own and looking forward to what's next for Adam Cianciarulo. Also, big news, Jeremy Martin won't be racing this weekend. It's the 250 East Coast is back racing this weekend. Jeremy is racing East for the Club MX Yamaha team, but Club MX announced that he wasn't injured, but he wasn't going to be racing this weekend. We do know he got that concussion at the opening round of the 250 East Series, so hopefully all things are good with Jeremy Martin. This weekend's going to be an exciting one. MXA Fantasy League, stay tuned for this weekend. We're giving away some FXR gear to the winner of the MXA Fantasy League, so be sure to sign up. It's free to download the app and free to play. MXA's Justin Lee is our own in-house editor. He created the app front to back, and we're really proud of it. So it's easy to play, fun to play. Get signed up on MXA Fantasy League on your smartphone. Hope to see you there. Good luck this weekend. Next up, we have some footage from a Faircross race that I did this past weekend in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's head there now. All right, guys, it is Saturday morning. Thursday night, my buddy Tyler Simcox lives here in Phoenix. He called me. He said there's a $10,000 pro purse at a Faircross race. And now we're here Saturday morning, gonna have some fun. Let's talk to some of the guys that are here. We're doing some Faircross racing. It's been a few years since I've done anything like that. Got an Instagram ad on the way to Vegas actually, and was like, hey, we're already out here west, might as well go do some fair racing. It's pretty fun, like it's a good layout. It's just gonna be, I don't know about racing, man. It's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be pretty start dependent on this thing. Yeah.
You know, I decided to dust off the old boots and come out and race. Got a local Faircross, hasn't been here in like 11 or 12 years, so got a big pro purse. I was like, why not?
I like it.
Let's come out and race and have some fun, and yeah, so far so good. So we are at a fairground, so obviously a little bit tighter of a track. Hard pack, because we're in Arizona, hard pack dirt, so got the sunshine out right now. We got the fair going on as well too, so
nice.
I think a lot of people after the race will probably go over there and have some fun, and got my Phoenix suspension stuff going on as well, so
servicing guys and riding.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, we don't really have many tight courses like this, but dirt-wise, it's pretty normal what we have.
A lot of friends coming out?
No.
No?
No, no one really knew I was coming home from Supercross, so
Nice.
a little surprise for everybody.
Nice.
My name's Ken Lewis. This is Brian Brimall.
What's up, fellas? It's Bonk Weekly.
We're here at Faircross. I knew a few fast guys were coming when they put up that purse. There's no choice.
Just finished the moto.
Yeah?
That's it. Lungs are burning. Haven't raced in 8 years, so it should be fun. Track's cool. It's fun. First race on the 450. Track, it's pretty good. It looked a little gnarlier in the track map, but obviously that was my mistake. But yeah, it's a little bit of 110 track, but honestly, it's good. Good to get gauge drops on a tight track, and yeah, get ready for the features.
Sick.
Yeah, it's looking good. I'm thinking I'm gonna start on the very inside gate and probably just hit the freestyle ramp right.
Really?
Yeah, right off the bat.
Kind of a little shortcut?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them if they can roll that mat back a little bit so I don't hit that.
I think really you'd be fine.
Yeah. No, it actually looks good. We've got a right hand first turn, so a bit different from what we're used to, but it's gonna be good.
That's cool.
Track's actually pretty sweet, so I'm stoked to be here.
My son started racing motorcycles again out of the blue and decided, you know, we're having fun racing together. We've been traveling around, going to California and doing all of our local stuff. So when this opportunity came up, we jumped on it, thinking it would be a good family kind of
event, you know. Hopefully next year we'll do another event here.
Cool.
We do the motorsports for the county fair here in Arizona,
Cool.
in Maricopa County. Yeah, we pitched this idea this year, and they decided to go for it. So
Sweet. Thanks for having us.
thanks for coming.
What a day. Faircross was full sketch. First moto in the 250 class. I got a 6th place start and I finished 6th place. I could not pass anybody first 6 laps, or 6-lap race, real short. The Open Pro moto, they gave us 15 laps, so that was a lot better. I was like very outside gate. Carnage in the first turn, I was 15th, and I caught up to, I think, about 6th. I had 6th or 7th in that one. Second Open Pro moto, the 15-lapper again. I got 5th in that one, so that was nice. And then the last 250 Pro moto that finished off the day with that one, I got the win, so that was cool. I was late to the line, last gate pick, and got a 2nd place start, got the win in that one. So Faircross, very, very sketchy racing, very, very tight track, hard pack Arizona dirt, and thankful to be healthy. My buddy Tyler Simcox, he's healthy, and Faircross, it was fun being here. I don't even know how much we've made yet. We're still waiting for them to figure out the purse money, so I definitely didn't make $5 grand, but hopefully we go home with a couple $100. Good times in Arizona. So, wild weekend of racing in Phoenix. You can see the results. Michael Hicks got 1st place. He got the big $5,000 prize. It was Austin Politelli who finished up 2nd. Chris Blose 3rd. Chase Marquier got 4th, and I got 5th overall. I was pretty proud of that. Robbie Wageman, unfortunately, he got 2nd in the first moto. He's looking good for the big money prize, but then he went down off the start in the 2nd moto, and he was way back, so he got 6th overall. Good times in Phoenix. Pretty gnarly, sketchy racing. Rubber band start was something, I don't know if it's the first time I've ever done it, but definitely the first time in a long time I've done that. But good times, happy to make it out of there healthy, and moving on to the next one. Also, we have some interviews from Seattle Supercross with a couple cool guys. Let's head there now.
I've only been running the team, or I've only been team manager, I guess, since the 22 season. So this is my this is my 3rd season as team manager. But you know, I've worked in a bunch of different other roles through Honda since 2000 when I was 18 years old. So yeah, I've kind of seen and done most of it. Yeah, when I started here in 2000, I mean, I wasn't even close to being a mechanic yet. You know, I had to learn how to do all that. It wasn't really my dream to do that. I just wanted to ride and be a kid and ride dirt bikes. But I kind of grew to love the whole idea of everything, and by being with the guys on the team at the time, Goose and Shane Drew and Ron Wood and guys like Cliff White and things like that. So building up through all that and then becoming team manager has been it's been a trip, really. No, I still enjoy it because I'm just a moto nerd like a lot of us are. My wife gets super irritated with me because even on the Sunday after the race, I'm watching the race and then I'm rewinding the start a bunch of times, and she's just like, oh my God, do we have to do this like every day? It's all about moto, and yeah, I'm just a big nerd about it. So of course, we all have our other things that we do, but of course I love it, and I've always been a Honda guy. So yeah, I'm having a blast in this position. A lot of work and sometimes a lot of stress, but right now, I mean, I couldn't be happier, having both Hunter and Jed on the team, along with Joe and Chance. We kind of got like a bit of a dream team, and just, no one inside right now. So just trying to keep that together and make sure that we do everything we can for the brothers and for the rest of the team to keep us up on top and try to stay on the wave, When I was a teenager, I was just riding and racing at a low level. I mean, I guess I was more like an intermediate level, B class level. And my dad worked in Honda, and so there was a couple people there that I knew because of him. And my dad is a super humble guy. Doesn't like to ask a lot of favors, and definitely doesn't want to be that guy. And so, but yeah, after meeting some of these guys, I was able to get in, and they needed help really in the shop. And so I was a kid that wanted to ride a 250 two-stroke, so I was riding a 125. And the one guy, Ron Wood, said, hey, I'll let you ride this bike. You got to put it together, but you got to help me in the meantime with all the test, truck stuff and cleaning stuff, taking apart bikes. Definitely not putting anything together at the time because I didn't know anything. And so that's kind of how it started for me. And I think having a kind of a good attitude and personality that gets along well with people and showing respect to the guys above me helped me a lot to learn from them and have them, you know, like me and want to show me things. So that's kind of where it all started, and that's how it kind of grew.
Yeah, it's Daniel over there, and I'm Chris. He does the Mavic. So yeah, he does all the high shots, usually like commercial breaks, big stadium shots. He does a lot of the starts as well. And then they'll have me kind of get lower and closer to the riders for the closer shots, the close chase shots. So, but it's really cool.
That's sick.
Awesome. It's pretty unbelievable, to be honest. Like growing up, like racing, like I turned pro when I was 19. I'm 37 now, and like I gave up that dream of being a pro, and now it's like I'm right back here doing it. So it's really cool. Yeah, a lot of the stadiums denied us. Seattle actually denied us all the way up till, was it 2 weeks ago, Daniel? Like 2 weeks ago, the stadium's like, hey, go ahead and resubmit your documents, and then they approved us. So we weren't supposed to be here, and then 2 weeks ago we got approved, and we'll be doing all the rest of the races except for Colorado. They're the only other ones that denied us. Basically, one battery an event except for the 450 main. Outdoors, flying 2 batteries per race, or sometimes 3, but Supercross, all the heats, just flying 1, and then this is a custom-built FPV drone. Me and a guy, BMC 3D, that does all my 3D print stuff, protected from all the mud, but yeah, it's been really cool. They've never let drones in Supercross before, so they're allowing us to do it. And yeah, it's basically a racing drone that I've slowed down and smoothed out for motocross.
Nice.
I used to race arena cross back in the early 2000s. I got hurt too much, so I got into drone racing, and
That's sick.
now I get to chase the guys I used to want to be a part of, so it's really cool.
This is where they're at, right next to the track.